Nandji is still a work in progress.
Today I'm going to install a new autopilot. I'm going to pull this wheel off. There's this little rock tunnel here. I wonder if we can sneak through it.
Subscribe to the channel as we sail this old girl around the world.
With Nandji back in the water and swimming once again, we rewarded ourselves with a day off the tools to explore the island of Langkawi. We hired a little red car and drove around the island seeing the sights other than the boatyard. After enjoying a well-deserved break, it is back to Nandji to test out the new engine and finish off the final jobs needed to be completed before we can sail to Thailand.
We might be out of the boatyard, but we still have lots of boat jobs to do, and I wish that we would have stayed in the boatyard, to be honest. It was a lot easier, but we're just too keen to get out.
In the boatyard, you can't do bombs. Woo! I haven't been swimming yet either, by the way. This is just my self-lubrication.
For both of us, yeah. It's so gross. It's so hot here, hey.
Kiss
we have
me.
one fan on the boat, and it's this big in our bedroom.
But it's our biggest fan.
We're waiting on a package from Kuala Lumpur, and in the meantime Nandji is still a work in progress. We've got our paint workshop here, got some plywood up here, Yosh is just filling the tanks. We've got some tiles here, we got some wood here, Kevin's stuff, still finishing off some jobs. Continuing on with the fridge installation, we needed to get a new bench top, and we figured the easiest way, the quickest way to do it is to just get a big tile and cut it into shape and put it in there. So that's what we've done. We went and found some nice big creamy whitey tiles, and Yosh is just cutting them up now.
Right, the moment of truth. This is for our kitchen bench. Still got to build around it. Come have a look. Just slot him in here. So I put this cupboard board here from this bearer. There's a couple of bearers that go through to the outside there. That's all epoxied in. It's screwed in here. Did some nice timber work for all my joins. All that's epoxied. So behind this is all expander foam. You can see it overflowing here. So that's to insulate the fridge even more. Got some teak. I milled some pretty stuff here and a couple of cupboard doors, but we need more wood epoxy and we can't get it here in Langkawi. It's up in Thailand, so we'll do that when we get up there. We'll get the wood epoxy. I'll probably build this when we get to Indo, to be honest. We're just in a rush to get to Indo, and I can just surf and build stuff. In you go. Hello, sweetheart. Oh. With 8 hours of labour complete on Nandji for the day, with the new outboard on flubber, we can now adventure further and tender around all the little islets for a good look, and what a discovery we find.
Your blood runs cold, but don't you sweat your pretty skin.
There's this little rock tunnel here. I wonder if we can sneak through. I can see sunlight at the other end.
Well, that's a good sign. Let's go. Let's go, buddy. You lead the way, buddy. Oh, we're gonna make it! Oh, that's awesome!
And does it keep going?
Oh!
Oh!
Stop it!
We're going!
Ooh, Miley sees the light! Wow, what a place, eh?
What a find! If we didn't have our new engine, we wouldn't be able to do this sort of thing. That's crazy.
Oh, what do you reckon?
I
don't reckon we can make it through there. Oh, I don't know, the tender's a bit big for that one.
We'll see how we go,
It's pretty small.
Current's coming this way.
Oh.
Stay low.
Say hello, Marley. What's on the other side? It looks like there's reef. Oh, we're coming through. Woo!
Current on this side.
Oh.
Lucky we got a new motor.
Woo! Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
We made it.
Look who's here. Oh, that was loose. There's a big rock here.
Alright.
So it's all reef.
Oh, out here, out here.
Oh, yeah.
The colour of the water here is just gorgeous.
It's really murky though, so it makes it really hard.
Yeah, it is murky, but the colour is...
It looks beautiful. A lovely little afternoon exploring our tender flubber was over as the sun was sinking on the horizon. But not before another cruise through the rock tunnel with speed. Finding these secret unknown places is what cruising to us is all about. There are still jobs to be done on Nandji, but enjoying the afternoon sunlight and exploring makes every day's labour worth all the effort. The natural beauty of this area is simply stunning, and with no one else around, it is a great feeling to call Nandji our floating home.
Can't you see it's coming, shining in the distance?
I'm a little bit slow this morning because the alarm clock in the whippet was a bit slow coming to the bedroom. He's normally in here at 5 a.m. Wakes you up. Win the morning, win the day. Best quote ever, back to basics. Let's go win this morning.
Coming, Marley? In again? Good boy.
Okay.
Alright, gonna take the dog for a walk. Go, Marley!
Down at the watering hole, where all the animals come to
Good boy.
Fancy Hermie. We're anchored just down at our own little beach away from the main town while we sit here and wait for our other good camera to get back to us from Kuala Lumpur. But today I'm going to install a new autopilot that we just got set up. It's just a belt-driven autopilot, so I just need to attach a wheel to the back of our main wheel and set a few little other things up on the pedestal and that. But where we're anchored, there's quite a strong current and I've got to take the wheel off, so we're basically disabling the boat. So we might just move Nandji down somewhere a little bit more safer where there's less current and just smooth water and a good shallow mud anchorage, so we've got good hold. We're not going to go anywhere in case anything blows in. Oh, let's start the motor, eh?
Yeah, right.
That took all of 2 minutes. Motoring against the current.
So easy, isn't it?
Motoring against the current. They're two words you don't really hear come out of the words of a captain of Nandji.
Marley's the biggest addict when it comes to running. As soon as he gets on the beach, he gives it 100%. He goes hammer and tongs. He wears himself out for half an hour, and then when we get back on the boat, he's out cold. You don't hear a mumble out of him. He's just unresponsive. Pretty nice, hey? Just gonna drop the anchor. Big passages coming up with the Indian Ocean crossing, and so I've been looking for new ways to keep our minds stimulated while on passage. It can be quite difficult sometimes out there on the ocean when all you have is the waves to look at and the sound of the ocean to listen to. So I saw another couple on a camping channel that were using Audible to unwind. Audible is an online platform that allows you to download audiobooks to your devices. They're all professionally narrated and they have everything from bestsellers to the old classic originals. So I downloaded the app and I got my first audiobook was one that wasn't really clicking with me, and lucky I was able to go back onto the website and return that audiobook and download a second one. So we're really enjoying the second one. It's one about sailing. It's called Adrift and it's about a guy that gets lost at sea for 76 days. So the perfect audiobook for us to listen to just before our big ocean crossing.
If this is something that you might be interested in as well, Audible have a really generous offer at the moment of a 30-day free trial where you can download 1 free audiobook and then 2 free original audiobooks as well. So all you need to do is visit www.audible.com/Sailing Nandji, or you can SMS Sailing Nandji, no spaces, to 500 500. And that'll get you started. Enjoy, guys. 33 days. Use it.
We've come around to our little anchorage. It's nice and protected, but it's bloody hot here because there's no wind, there's no current. It's just pretty glassy smooth. So it's a safe place to disable the boat. I'm gonna pull this wheel off. I've tried to do it a little while ago. Long story short, we threaded the area where we can lock the wheel off, so we can no longer lock the wheel off. But yeah, I couldn't get it, and since then it's just been a little bit wobbly, and it's kind of like I galled the nut because it's just soft metal, and so I can no longer put this nut all the way on, so the wheel was left a little bit wobbly and shaky. So I'll have to try to find a new nut and hopefully fix that problem. But first we've got to get the wheel off because I need to attach another wheel on the back for this autopilot. So I've got myself my little gadget, my little puller. Hopefully it just slides on off. I've never taken this off before, so this is something new.
Molly, you're gonna have to move up again. Come on, tack. Tack. Good boy.
Not being able to lock the wheel off, and we thought we had threaded that little bit of a knob there that kind of clamps down on the wheel to lock it off. It means that when we've been sailing with the wind vane, we haven't been able to fully power up the boat because we can't lock the wheel off and hold the rudder out to an angle. And so we've had to depower the boat a little bit, so we've been sailing a little bit slower just so the wind vane Rob Dog can handle everything. But now, I'm pretty sure just by washing that out, I reckon I've fixed our little issue. Full steam ahead. Make sure they're all going the right way. Just a heap of built up rust. That keyway's got a bit of rust on it. It's nice and clean. When we put it all back on, I'll grease up this area where the wheel goes on and the keyway. I'll use anti-seize on the thread here just to stop any galling or any crap getting in and make it a little bit easier for coming off next time. I put that little wheel, the belt wheel, on the back of the wheel, and I fixed a little problem in here, so there's no reason why the wheel can't be back on. Put a bit of grease around this keyway and everything. Yeah, so it's just a simple unit. It's broken the bank, but since we got a new motor, we expect to do a lot of motoring, and therefore we need an autopilot because hand steering while motoring sucks. So we broke the bank, and our last little purchase for Nandji is this bad boy. It's still about getting the clearances right, so the distance off the pedestal, so when the clutch is engaged, this belt is perfectly vertical up and down because that's what's going to steer the boat. The wheel fit's bloody awesome though.
Yeah.
Clearances
perfect.
on everything is perfect. Just got to run the power cable down. Are you ready, boss? Righto. Give it a yank. Whenever we're under sail, we always use Rob Dog, the hydrovane. That bad boy, it performs better than everything and anything, and it doesn't chew up any power. So we're basically only installing this thing for when we're motoring. We'll definitely give it a test run under sail, but there's no need. We don't plan on using it under sail, so that's what the wind vane does, because it'll operate and adjust to weather so much more than what an electronic computer can. So wind vane all the way under sail, but while we're motoring, put this bad boy on. Just trying to mount the motor mount to the pedestal here. This is what will steer the boat. This is the power behind it. They've got quite a bit of power, that's why we got this autopilot, because they're recommended with hydraulic steering. You just got to try to figure out how to mount this and line it up. I've actually got the instruction book next to me, just in case.
You've changed.
I haven't looked at it yet. I love it when she helps out. She knows her nuts and bolts. I love it when she gets that enthusiasm. She starts telling me how to do it. That's what I love. She makes me laugh. She makes me smile all the time. Make sure you bloody tie that knot right. She's the boss. I'm just the worker.
Working?
Yeah.
We going the right way?
Yeah, I'll have to read about what to adjust so it kind of holds course a little bit better, but it's pulling us on course and then too far and then it's pulling us back. So we're kind of doing this a little bit. So
Can you tighten up the degree of error?
yeah, I just need to adjust the settings for the sea state and whatever else, because we don't know what to set it on for our steering. With the new autopilot now installed and a successful first sea trial complete, for our afternoon adventure we went to explore and see where all the tourist boats visit once they have left for the day.
Okay. Go, buddy! There's monkeys here. They hate Marley. Have to be very careful. Oh my god, this looks so fucking dodgy. Wow, look at this place. Oh my gosh. What's it called?
I'm not sure what it's called, but it's a freshwater lake. That's all I know.
Yeah, it's so cool. Like, here's the fresh water, and
over there's the salty.
salt water. He's going up in the rocks. Come on. It's safer out here, buddy.
Believe it. We left Langkawi 2 days ago.
The cannons, we're going in for a closer inspection.
We're going to take you to this place near Rocknock that is unforgettable. You will not forget this place that we are going to take you to. Oh my god.